Wacky World Run. This is another scene for Unmask Orlando, the Werewolf the Apocalypse venue. This evening's scene takes place on the heart of Aeolus, the sept in the Ocala National Forest in Ocala, Florida, where the Cub House is getting a visitor to see his former den mother, who is in the kitchen, busily cooking for all of the cubs. And very, very pregnant.
Oh, that's something I did not know. Alrighty, good. It's good to know that part.
Yeah, she probably looks to be about 6, maybe 7 months.
Yep. Chase, since it's early in the morning over there right now, yeah. He's fucking. Yeah, he's just got his t-shirt on and like his jeans. No jacket today. I figure since Florida's humid, he don't really need it in the morning.
No, today it is, let's see, what is the temperature like today? Well, I cannot seem to get the temperature to come up. That's annoying. That was hot AF. Already. And very, very humid. Maeve is probably still wearing her pajamas.
Alrighty, that's legit. Chase will kind of knock on the door frame into the kitchen. Kind of let her know that someone is there.
She'll kind of look back. Come on in, Chase. I'm just cooking some breakfast for the cubs. And Bailey.
Cool. Need any help?
I think I've got it. Actually.
Alright, cool.
If you could do me a favor. Avery might need help getting out of bed.
Yeah, I got it. Don't think I've met her, though. Hope that's cool.
She should be fine with it. She's usually pretty dressed already, but she just has a little bit of problems getting out of the bed since the accident.
Yeah. I'll head on over there then. Which one's her room?
First door on the left.
Alright, you got it.
We are at the Cub House.
Alrighty. So, Chase has never met Avery. He doesn't really know what he should really be expecting. So just in case, he's gonna do what you normally do if you're gonna walk into a lady's room as a whole dude. He's gonna knock first. He's gonna say, "Hey, Avery, was it? Yeah.
Come on in.
Okay, cool. We'll open up the door.
In the bedroom, they have gotten a hospital-style bed for her so she can sit up and stuff on her own. And she is currently sat up in the bed, but the chair is a little ways away, so she can't quite get to it.
Alrighty. Gonna make this as quick as possible. My name's Chase. We're gonna skip all the other bullshit. I don't know how to. Well, it's nice to meet you. Well, if we're gonna go last name too, Chase Harrison. uh, I'm gonna need you to help me work out how to get you into that there chair.
She nods. So the best way to do it is get one arm up under my knees.
All
Don't
right.
worry, I can't feel it. So I will wrap my arm around your neck. You put your other arm around my waist, and we should be good.
All right. I think I can manage that. Um, and Chase goes ahead and does so.
She's fairly lightweight. She's not very tall.
Kind of works out. Chase isn't that tall of a dude either. He's not quite short flaw, but yeah.
But she is not quite short flaw level either. She is just a little on the short side. So while she's in the chair, she can handle herself pretty well. She's still kind of getting used to it. It's only been about a month. But she seems to handle herself pretty well in the chair. Whatever Maeve is cooking smells really good.
Oh yeah, hell, it's those English muffins. You had those English muffins?
Oh yeah, she's admittedly Bailey is a lot better, but he's professionally trained. I expect him to be better.
Don't let her hear you say that.
Oh god, no. Nope, I am not insulting the pregnant woman. Not on my life.
Yeah, good call. Good call. I ain't snitching on you. We good.
I don't feel like dying today. Almost did that once, this month, so prefer not to do it again.
Yeah, I feel you. Do you need help getting pushed, or you got that part?
Oh no, I got this.
You got that part. All right, cool.
Yeah, she handles the chair pretty well getting out of the room and back down the hall to the living room and the kitchen area where Maeve is cooking. You'd note that Maeve has two very separate skillets, and he would know that's because Maeve is a vegetarian. She cooks a little bit for herself, and then she cooks meat for everybody else.
All right. What? So what's it for you today? Tofurkey? Is that what it's called? No, I don't think that's what it's called. That's from that '70s show.
Nah, it's just a meat substitute. It's
All
pretty
right.
decent. Gets me the protein I need. Doesn't do nearly enough for my iron, so I'm on supplements for that, especially with, the she kind of motions to her belly.
Right. Yep.
Think if I didn't at least take some iron, well, pretty sure Bailey would have a fucking cow.
Probably. How are you holding up with just generally points to belly?
Doing pretty good. A lot of false contractions lately, so it's got Bailey on edge, but
Well, if you're feeling pretty good, then well, the men can just kind of freak out. We'll be all right.
that's okay. We brought Alexi over last night. He assured Bailey that everything was fine.
Yeah, that didn't stop him, did it?
No, it didn't.
Yep.
I got to gloat a little bit that I was right and he was wrong. That I wasn't in labor and that he could sleep. Because he hasn't been lately.
Makes sense. There must be a lot on his mind right now. Must be a lot on everyone's mind right now. Shit, there's a lot on my mind right now.
So everything that's going on, and I imagine it's pretty difficult for everybody right now.
Yeah.
Hard to believe we had a black spiral among us for 10 years and none of us realized it. I think Sebastian blames himself a little bit. He thinks because he was a bringer of light, that he is a bringer of light. He should have seen it.
I've heard that get brought up a couple of times. Like, what does that mean?
Bringer of light?
Yeah.
It's a Shadow Lord camp. They
Hmm.
they infiltrate the black spirals hives and they take them down from the inside.
You know, I would never say this to his face, but I mean, if you're spending so much time on the offense, it could be hard to shore up your defense. That's a basic football thing.
Well, for a good part of that, at least the last 2 years he's been in Hirano. I don't blame him at all.
I, my bad. I just mean he shouldn't blame himself. That's all I mean to say. Not to imply
He
that you were
shouldn't,
implying it.
but he does. He's had a rough couple of weeks. He was actually on during the accident. He heard it. And that was what pulled him out.
I'm glad he was able to break through that, but I'm not glad for the circumstances at all.
Can't say I am either. Don't know if I'll ever walk again. Might not be able to have kids. But hey, I lived. Unlike Lainey. She kind of looks down at the floor when she mentions that.
Something up with me. I I don't know if you call them past lives. I don't know if you'd call them my ancestors or just some people I had a connection with through time or whatever. But something that I've learned is even when people are gone, you still carry some of them with you. I didn't know Lainey. I can't say anything on her personally, but if you cared about her, she's still here because she had an effect on you, and those effects stay there.
She smiles just a little bit at that. Thanks. I've had kind of a hard time, dealing with the fact that I'm here and she's not.
I would like to say I get that. I'm not going to patronize you on that front. I can't imagine that that's shitty either way.
And of course, Aiden's blaming himself for the accident. He counts the number of times I've tried to tell him it's not his fault.
Yeah. I can see it definitely weighs down on him a lot. That's why I really wanted to pull him out, except for something, anything.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, I can at least say you did a pretty good job.
I figured he would.
Ooh, sorry, didn't catch that. The feedback started.
Oh, hang on. I figured he would.
Yeah. He's an emotional guy. And for such an emotional guy, he does a pretty bang up job staying focused. I don't know if he just channels it or shuts it down, but I think he's going to be okay. And I know you're going to be okay. And you know why?
Because I have a fuck ton of family who would kill me if I died.
That, and in like a month, your arm's going to be fucking jacked.
Probably right about that.
Like, you're going to be cut off some real shit.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun. Maybe I'll eventually get back to playing piano again. Who knows?
Hey, if you want into fucking words, Chase. Fuck. If that's where you want to end up going back, fuck it. Go for it.
You got Alexi and several others looking into ways to make sure you get your legs back. I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Still, you never know. I'm not getting my hopes up. Are you staying for breakfast, Chase?
Mm, fuck it. It was either this or some donuts. This is better.
She starts putting plates out on the table. This is a full-on Irish breakfast. It is sausages, bacon, beans, a homemade toast,
Chase is 300% okay with all of this.
Enjoy. Those are some of my brother's favorite recipes. You'll have to meet him sometime.
Well, I think I'd like that. And thank you for the breakfast, Maeve.
You know I always make too much.
No,
I
I
don't
think
know how to I don't know how to do small portions.
I think you just mean you leave enough for leftovers. That's all I heard.
You would notice at the mention of Maeve's brother, Avery's face goes bright red. And she kind of starts, pushing food around her plate rather than eating.
Like blushing red or like anger red.
Blushing red.
Okay. Chase will see that. Chase will twist this knife and say, "Oh well, Maeve, do you mind telling me some more about him? I'm kind of curious."
Well, he's a couple of years older than me.
All right.
He's a bit of a goof once you get to know him, but he's got to open up first. Before that, he's kind of quiet. Spends a lot of time in the Umbra. It's kind of his happy place. He was keeper of the land back at our sept in Dublin.
All right. Nice. I'm guessing he's feared of some ability, or he's just that badass of a king.
He's an Adrian Theurge.
All right. Sorry, I couldn't assume. Not here.
No, he's definitely not kin. He had his first change. Lord, I don't even remember now. It's been a while. Yeah, Avery is literally just looking down at her plate, her face red, and pushing her food around.
Yeah, Avery, have you met him?
Has she met him? They had a love at first sight moment right in front of
Mm,
both me and Bailey.
okay.
That was an undeniable connection that everyone in the room could feel.
So, Avery, you saying that's your man or what?
I mean, it's nothing official, but kind of.
Kind of your man?
I mean, he hasn't made an official claim yet, so
So,
Basically, he just hasn't talked to my dad?
Chase is debating being a little shit right now. He decides to take it. He says, "So, like, if Lil Miss, someone give me a name, Helena, Lil Miss Helena kind of swoops in on him. What happens?"
They will feel the wrath of precisely what a Shadow Lord is capable of.
There ain't nothing unofficial about that. That's your man.
The only thing left for him to do is talk to her father, and then howl it. There was no one to talk to for me, because I'm from another sept. My family's hundreds of miles away. Or, well, was until my brother showed up here last week.
Oh, this was last week. Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah, Maeve is eating a vegetarian version of an Irish breakfast.
So I've always been curious. Does that still have flavor? Because I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I hear vegetarian, I default to no taste. I'm not saying it's got no taste. I'm saying that's where my brain defaults to.
I mean, I think it tastes pretty good.
Out of curiosity, like, do you mind if I ask what led you to deciding to be vegetarian, or like?
I don't know, it was more so just kind of progression. I started cooking with less and less meat because I had to do a lot of my cooking on my own,
Mhm.
and it was just easier to go without the meat than it was to, you know, get it out of the freezer every morning and get it ready to go.
Right, because with meat, you got to do all kinds of bullshit with like prepping it, defrosting that shit, the seasoning. Vegetables, you just kind of boil that motherfucker or just kind of cook that up. I get that. All right. It's
It
just kind of
just,
habit and, oh, my bad.
yeah, it was just easier on me, and eventually I just kind of lost my taste for meat.
All right. I dig it.
If you want to try it, you're welcome to.
I am curious as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie.
She kind of holds her plate over so we can grab a piece.
He'll get a little bit. He doesn't want to get a lot because he knows that she basically portioned for herself, and you don't want to fuck that up. Um,
It is rather expertly seasoned and pretty well cooked. It actually
okay,
tastes pretty decent.
okay. I was getting ready to roll to see how much you like that shit, but okay, if we default into that, okay. Well, nah. All right, all right.
Admittedly, most of the Cubs don't like it, but don't tell them, but Bailey's been sneaking it into their food and they don't seem to mind.
Yeah, all right.
Bailey's kind of converted to being vegetarian with me, so anytime he cooks, they get the meat substitute. Anytime I cook, I go ahead and cook them the meat.
Wait a minute. Did he give me the meat substitute?
He might have.
Oh, fuck.
Most of the Cubs don't even seem to notice. I think Landon's the only one who said anything, and that's just because he's a dick.
I probably didn't even notice. My life was a tornado of meat and combat training, or meat substitute, apparently.
You can blame Bailey for that, not me. That wasn't my idea.
Lucky this is good. I might have challenged him, but we're good.
Again, wasn't my fault. You can blame a mate for that one. Oh, he would also notice that on Maeve's ring finger, there is now a little black ring with a purple stone in it.
Yeah, I don't think it takes any kind of dots to figure out that's a weird looking wedding ring. Yeah, but once he hears mate and once his eyes go down there. Speaking of mates, that's a unique ass ring.
He chose it because purple's my favorite color and black is his. And we're not married yet, it's just an engagement ring, but he did ask me last night.
Well, congratulations then.
Avery, her jaw has just dropped.
Oh shit, that was news for you too, wasn't it? He just kind of looks over her.
And you weren't going to. I feel so insulted.
I think
He
I love
didn't
her.
even tell me. Come on. I'm gonna kill my brother. Little shit. Stupid big brother. Yeah, at least you two being together isn't as weird as Scott and my dad. Ugh.
Scott and your dad are married? Like he just kind of looks over or getting engaged or whatever?
Ugh. Okay, so you know Adam Two Rivers, right? The elder.
I mean, by reputation and the fact that I've seen him like 2-3 times. But yeah, well, we'll go with yeah.
His son Scott is dating my dad.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a little weird for me, I admit, because Scott is like Bailey's best friend, and it's weird.
That's some serious sitcom plot stuff. I ain't gonna front Avery.
You don't choose who you love. Just saying.
That's probably the tagline for the sitcom plot, mate.
I mean, it is a bit of a sitcom considering her brother is my mate, and now my brother wants to make her his mate. It's a fucking soap opera, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Knock at the door.
Did someone just knock?
It's polite.
No one knocks on the Cub house. Come on in.
Mr. Morris will walk on in.
I've seen you around, but your name escapes me.
Scott Morris, but just call me Mr. Morris because I don't want to get confused with the other Scott.
Okay, that was gonna be my next motherfucking question. Different Scott. Feel you.
Yeah. Yes. Different Scott. Scott Morris.
Would you
Kelly
like
has
to
been.
join us for breakfast?
That would be lovely. Thank you. Been doing a lot of work recently, so yeah, definitely could use it.
I heard you were the one providing the talons for the mission.
Yeah, and there's only more to be done.
Oh shit, that was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Chase will actually stand up and say, "I've been meaning to find you. I wanted to thank you personally for that. We didn't end up using them, but it's good to have them, you know."
Indeed it is. Of course. You're welcome. Believe me, there will be more coming.
Here, have a seat. I'll go get you some food.
Thank you, Maeve. You notice Scott has some rather, what kind of very much like in the picture, some big goofy sunglasses on.
Oh yeah,
And he has
Chase
never
has,
taken them off.
yeah, Chase has some jokes for that, but he ain't gonna make him yet. He's met this dude. Yeah, Chase. He will say though, I don't know too much about all that spirit stuff, but if you need shit for Chiminage or whatever, go ahead and hit me up. We on this together, yeah?
Always.
Maeve comes back over with a plate of food and sets it down in front of him. Wasn't sure if you preferred meat or no meat, so I'll put a little bit of both.
A little bit of both is fine. Thank you. And Scott's going to take off his sunglasses for the first time, at least for a while here. His outer eyes have been scarred badly. His eyes are not filmed, but when your eyeballs take damage, per se, they start to show that kind of red line. And it basically looks like someone went to town on Scott's eyes, and they've never fully healed.
Okay. Chase ain't gonna mention it because that shit's impolite. But Chase will look over to Scott and say, I'll say, do you want to bother with proper introductions or do you just want to finish fucking breakfast? I'm cool with either.
Scott Morris, Glasswalkers, Iliad Theurge. Pleasure.
Chase Harrison, deep named blood curdling scream. Wendigo Arun, born on two legs, Cleof ranked. And the pleasure's all mine.
My outer name is Sees Through Shattered Glass, and he points to his face. You can see why.
All right.
This is very good, Maeve. Thank you.
It's my mother's recipe.
I should just start coming over here for breakfast.
Most of the time you'll get Bailey's cooking, but to be fair, he's professionally trained.
That's good. We have a wide variety then. Sorry.
Well, hey, you know, Bailey's got that. He may have been professionally trained. You still have that. You still got that personal touch. You know what I mean? Stares at Avery like, you better fucking agree with this right now. I swear to God.
Sometimes.
Hey, they're both good. I'm not taking sides. One's not... Shit. Slipped into Maeve there. I'm not taking sides. One's my brother. She's pregnant. Nope. Not opening that can of worms.
I would say each to their own when it comes to skills such as this.
Brandon, you sound like you are dying.
I ain't going front. I was just going to take that IC.
Actually, it kind of works because in character, this is kind of how I
Yeah.
He's been doing a lot of work. Um,
Are you okay?
I'm fine. Um, Pipes up a little bit and he says, "Yeah, it's been a rough past few days. Sorry for the little bit of a coughing fit there. I've been busy, and only more is coming." Oh,
You should see if Nathan will help you.
yeah, I was going to ask around for some aid in certain matters.
I mean, there's plenty of theurges on this sept.
Yeah, reminds me a bit of Vancouver.
Never been that far north.
It's actually
New
quite
York's as
nice.
far as I went.
The Great Cairn in the Great Wild is a very, very great place. Our kind thrives there, probably more so than anywhere else on this earth right now. However, we do have enemies at the door, but where don't we? Nonetheless, Vancouver is a good place to be. Check out. The Great Cairn up there is still a sight to behold.
Yeah, I paid a couple of visits to the Sept of the Green, which that was a lot of fun.
Mm. Indeed,
That's not,
I've been there a few times.
that's not one in Central Park, right?
Yeah, that's one in Central Park.
Yo, how does that work?
It's really weird. You would think that people would notice it, but they just don't.
It's a,
Oftentimes, the mortals do not see what lies in the Umbra like we do.
it's a whole set.
Hmm. A lot of times, the mortals can chalk it up to a variety of explanations, but they just don't ever seem to notice.
Mm.
Some Scott seems to look a little bit pained at something.
You okay?
Uh, just, uh, just having one of my flashbacks. Okay. Just happened in New York. Back at a time when it was not quite as safe as it is now.
Yeah, New York holds some good and bad memories for me too. That's where I had my accident.
Yeah. I took a trip to the Moscow Cairn once upon a time. It's a shame what happened, but nothing can be done. I just wish I knew what the heck this. No, I won't say her name. There's power in names.
To be
She'll
fair, there's power in
give him
these
a
hands
curious
too.
look.
Like, let's.
It was. I left the cairn to come back home to see my wife. 2 days before Baba Yaga destroyed the Moscow cairn.
Like the crazy ass Russian witch?
Mm, yes.
She's real?
Yes.
Radical.
Mm.
Well, Radical in a shitty way.
Quick little piece of advice for you, Chase. All legends are true in some way.
Yeah, most folklore holds a little nugget of fact somewhere deep down.
That it does.
I mean, most people wouldn't think that, werewolves exist, but here you guys are.
Indeed. Spent my life studying the occult, and you would not believe the things I ran into when I started in Chicago.
It's all on the south side, isn't it?
Yeah, you can say that
Yeah.
again. You don't even want to know half the things that happened when I did my warring in Chicago. That was when I was pulled down from Vancouver area. Had a lot of good friends there. Some are here in Orlando, so not a bad routine, but boy, that was seen some bad wars and conflicts in my day, but that was something else there. Oof. Umbral battles almost every day for a month.
Shit, I kind of want to go to Chicago. What's up?
It's a crossroads. Often the mortals don't even realize what they're standing on up there. I think the main crossroads of this particular continent are Vancouver, San Francisco, Washington, and Chicago.
All right.
And of course, Orlando now, as of recently. Oftentimes, the Umbra symbolizes what this mortal plane holds. Chicago is a crossroads, so in the Umbra, it's even more so. It is a true focal and meeting point where much happens. I mean, think about it. To the south, you have the Kindred controlled territories. To the north, you have the Vancouver Cairn, and to the east and west, you have massive amounts of trade and import coming in. It's an epicenter.
Wouldn't that be the case for everywhere, though?
Some places far more than most, Chicago being massive. As
I
I've
guess.
said, once you see Chicago in the Umbra, you understand.
Once all the business with our people are taken care of, might take a road trip. Might. Depending on what happens. Assuming I live.
Oh, we'll live. Don't worry about that. If you ever do make it to Chicago, check out the Chicago National M Library. You might find something interesting there.
All right.
It's run by two child of Gaia. Very friendly. Not to mention, their library is ridiculously large. If you want something found, if you want to know anything, you'll find it there. It's also well protected. Have you ever seen Sanctum? I know I did for a while. Actually, those two saved my life, really. Nonetheless, enough about me. Tell me a bit about yourself, Chase.
All right, what you want to know?
Where'd you get your start?
Uh, foster care.
Hmm.
Gotta love the American government, right? Yeah, I'm not much of a globetrotter like that.
Hmm.
Bounced around some foster homes for a little bit. Landed with a pretty decent family when I was about 13. It was all right. Oof. The husband was a hard ass, but made it right by me. At least in hindsight.
I hear you.
Started working because, well, I can't sit still long enough for college. Fuck that. Eh, do some things, hear some voices, work some jobs, go Krynos, and you end up here. Full shrug.
Gives a little nod. And you, Miss Gonzalez?
We spent most of our, well, I spent most of my life out in San Francisco. My dad, well, was the den parent here.
Scott raises an eyebrow when she says San Francisco. I hear that's an interesting place.
I mean, I was pretty young. We left when I was, let's see, we've been here for 4 years, so 15 when we left.
I take it you did not see any of our unfortunate cousins of the East there, did you?
No.
Hmm. I had a friend there who unfortunately ran into several of our corrupted kin, so to speak. It's a good thing you did not. Not something you'd want to run into. Nonetheless, Avery, where are my manners? How have you been? How are you feeling?
But as good as you can when, you kind of sort of lose everything.
Hmm. You know, I don't want to sound rude, Avery, but I I know someone who could help you with that.
Alexi's already looking into it.
Yeah. Gives a nod and he says,
Like I
we
said, I'm not getting
know
my hopes up.
we know some people. It's just a matter of who you're willing to accept help from.
Out of character, helping fix her legs is part of Lindsay's vampire PC's personal plot.
Oh yeah. Like Scott was probably going to suggest like one of the mages, but yeah.
Well, Lindsay's vampire PC is her mother.
Ooh. Cool. Yeah, he just makes like like you said, he just does the same thing. And if Scott hears this, he's probably going to assume Alexei is at least going to talk to someone Scott knows, since Scott has some nice contacts here in Orlando. So he doesn't know. He's just like, okay, Alexei's on it. That's good.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
I was a little worried about Alexei there for a bit. Glad to see him up and about.
My dad talked to him.
Hmm.
He just came out of Toronto himself, so he knew just what to say to snap Alexei out of it.
Speaking of which, what was up with that weird? Well, maybe it was nothing. Saw some weird smoke thing coming from his bar, but I'm sure Alexei's taking care of it. An odd
Weird
side.
smoke coming from his bar.
Yeah, it was an odd side. I'll tell you that. I was can't exactly describe it, but when we went out with the teams and whatnot, I noticed a when I was in the Umbra, I noticed a strange bit of smoke coming from the area where Alexei's White Wolf bar is. It didn't first. I thought it was maybe a spirit or something, but it just didn't seem to be actually there. I couldn't figure out what it was and just disappeared. But before it did, I could swear it said something to me. Talking about Alexei, saying that he would forever sleep and never wake again.
She gives a kind of weird look. I mean, Alexei's right upstairs. He's taking care of some of the kids.
It's good. It was probably nothing, just maybe a corrupted spirit or something trying to instill its essence into something, but I don't know. Just a strange sight. I haven't seen something like that in a long time.
That and Alexei's one of the most powerful Sayurges I know. If, anything happens to his bar, he can take care of it.
Hmm. Scott lets out a very long breath, almost like he's finally regained a little bit of composure from all the work he's been doing. He says, do let me know, Avery, if you want something. I'll be making a lot more Talons.
I'm fine. I got Nate around to do most of that, and Maeve is actually pretty good with hedge magic.
Indeed. And oh, Chase, I didn't mean to listen in when I was coming in, but what was this about her and her love at first sight here?
Oh, you mean her man?
Yeah.
Avery's face just turns bright red.
I'll let her tell you about her man.
Tell me.
It's my brother Nate.
Well then,
Shut up, Maeve.
Looks over at Avery and Scott just starts humming a little tune.
Oh, fuck. You know what I got stuck in my head now?
What's that, Chase?
Y'all seen the Titanic movie yet?
Scott just starts laughing.
Yeah.
I'm rolling away now. You guys suck.
It's okay. Our heart will go on.
You're a
There's
terrible person.
nothing I can do without you. Scott's just gonna start singing it.
Her face is so red that if she could actually feel her legs, her toes would probably be numb because there would be no blood in them at the moment.
Oh, wait, Chase, I got it. We need to get them an old-fashioned car.
Oh, hell yeah.
Settled. We're doing it.
Yeah, I'm down. Oh, wait, are we buying it or are we stealing it?
Whichever you prefer, I guess.
It's easy. I'll be on some real shit. It's easier for me to steal it. But we can get some money together.
Well, I do have my own company. I can more than pay for it if needed.
Damn, you imagine people and spirits. Fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder you look like you ain't sleeping. No offense.
Yes, I work well with tech spirits. Helps me run my security firm.
All right. I ain't even going to pretend to know tech spirits. I'm going to leave that to you.
They have their perks. Nonetheless, Chase, Scott will finish up breakfast and he will actually clean off his own dishes. And then he will thank Maeve and say, Chase, Maeve, thank you for this enjoyable morning. And give Avery my best.
I don't think she's coming out of her room anytime soon.
All right, cool. Hey, Avery! Scott's giving you his best. He about to leave.
Fuck off!
All right, cool.
No, Avery, you need to. You don't understand. Like you and your man. Now's not the time for fucking. That comes later. And then Scott's just gonna leave.
Oh hell, I wasn't gonna make that joke.
Maeve's just shaking her head. Not an image I wanted in my head.
But now you have it. Good day, Maeve.
No, I don't want the image of my brother. No. Oh.
Scott just walks out the door maniacally laughing like an evil villain.
Ugh. Oh, gross.
Quick thing, I barely know who these motherfuckers are. I can't get no mental images. Boom.
Be glad. It's my brother. I really don't want that mental image. No. I need brain bleach.
Brain bleach. You
And
still got those got any VHS tapes of Friends? Oh, bleach your brain pretty fucking hard.
And Scott will go finish up some meditation.
Okay, I'm going to go do some dishes. See if that will get the image of my brother doing inappropriate things out of my head.
I'm not even gonna make that worse, but I want you to know I could make that worse.
I'd prefer you not.
I'm not.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's obvious he's biting the inside of his cheek.
Maeve's gonna get up and, start picking up dishes off of the, yeah, table. That's a thing. English is hard,
Yeah, it is.
especially at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. As she's cleaning off, Chase is going to get up and say, yeah, thanks again for the breakfast. I'm going to go see what I can do around the set. Hopefully it's something they're going to have me fucking do rats. But
I think Noah was trying to get some people together so that they could build some more playgrounds for the kids.
fuck it. I'll be constructive. Well, I'll be evening things out when I decide to go destructive. All right. I'll catch you later, Maeve, all right?
Catch you later, Chase.
And Chase goes ahead and leaves and shouts out, hey, Avery, it was nice meeting you. You have a good day, all right?
Fuck off!
All right, cool.
Savage.
Yeah, you guys embarrassed the ever-loving crap out of her. She will remember that.
My
Anyway,
pleasure.
it is now 9 a.m. I have not slept yet.
Yep, it's time for me too.
So we're gonna call this scene here. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene for Unmask Orlando, the Werewolf the Apocalypse venue. See you next time.